Welcome back. A U.S.-backed aid organization paused distribution today amid a string of deadly violence near aid sites in just the last few days. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation is now discussing with the Israeli military about how to keep civilians safe. According to Gaza's Hamas-run Ministry of Health, the IDF opened fire and killed dozens of Palestinians while they were trying to pick up food and other supplies. So let's bring in CBS News Middle East reporter Courtney Kealy for much more on this. Courtney, thank you for joining us today. Can you walk us through what's going on here?
Absolutely. So what Israel has turned the security and the food distribution over to is this group called Safe Reach Solution. It's basically UN security contractors that are supposed to be able to keep these areas safe. They're supposed to help Palestinians reach these areas safely. 3 days in a row of lawlessness, crowd control issues, and Palestinians trying to make their way through combat zones has resulted in 3 days of shootings and killings of Palestinian civilians. Now, the Israeli Defense Forces has said that it was not did not happen according to them, but Israel has shut down this distribution site. It's supposed to be one of 4 in southern Gaza, and they're supposed to each reach 300,000 people, eventually reaching 2 million people. Now, in Gaza, as we're seeing those pictures right now, you see people desperate for food, running to grab these boxes, running away with these boxes. This is not a normal nonprofit or UN humanitarian organization. The biggest issue here ethically is the blurring of military and humanitarian lines. You've got Israel overseeing it, U.S. officials U.S. Private officials, former Marines and former people in security details overseeing it, and they have experience in Iraq and Afghanistan, but not in this specific situation. And you've got only an aid distribution center that will be closed for the next 24 hours in southern Gaza, with no distribution in northern Gaza or in any other parts of Gaza for desperate Palestinians there.
Yeah, and I will mention in those videos that we were seeing there, you can literally sense the desperation in these people because, I mean, food is important, food and supplies. I want to ask you about Israel, though, because what have they said? Have they said anything about maybe, hopefully, intending to allow more aid into Gaza at some point?
They're interested in overseeing the distribution because it's still a combat zone for the Israeli Defense Forces and the Israeli government. There's active bombings trying to root out the last Hamas military heads, whoever remains. Prime Minister Netanyahu has said that he will continue to take out Hamas leaders, that they will not stop until they eradicate all members of Hamas in Gaza. But the problem is this is an open air, you can see a desert really next to the ocean. There's nowhere to run and hide. There's nowhere to seek shelter. There's nowhere to stay away from the crossfire, especially if people are trying to reach it at 5 a.m. down roads that they're not sure if they take a wrong turn or they'll end up in a military active zone with tanks there or bombings. So it's really right now, it's being shut down for 24 hours for assessment, but clearly right now this distribution is not working.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it is. Courtney Kealy, thank you so much for the context into all of this. We appreciate your time today.